Good evening, Drew.
Skype was just giving me the sass, and I'm like, this is not the day. It's just not the day for you, Skype. It did one of those like weird rings before it actually did the little Skype
Oh,
jingle. So
mm.
I don't know what's going on with that. How are you?
Oh, adequate.
Yeah,
How are you
I'm right there
doing?
with you, man. I mean, I think by now people have realized we didn't record last week, and that was mostly due to me not feeling well. I don't know, man. I've had a lot of headaches recently, and I
Okay.
suffer from ocular migraines, and I don't know what it is. This month in particular has been really, really bad for me. I've had a lot of them recently, and for a while, for a long time, I wasn't having any. Um, they sort of started to come back over the last couple of months, but I feel like this month alone, I've had like two or three. So, and those they completely knocked me out. Um, it's just really hard to look at a computer when you've got like stuff like in front of your eyes that isn't really there.
Yeah. I haven't had that, but I can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Like technology has been driving me crazy recently. I was just yelling at my VR headset right before I got on here.
Mm.
VR is great when it works, buddy, but man, when it doesn't work right, like just pack it in. It sucks.
Were you trying to fly a plane?
I was trying to fly a plane.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
trying to fly a plane. I really wanted to work with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've flown. I'm taking a little break from flying the military planes. I want to just fly. I want to fly an airliner.
Okay. Okay.
Why are you adequate though? What's going on with you?
Oh, so okay. It's a very long story.
We're here for it.
Okay, and it all starts with the freezer, my refrigerator dying.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
so we've had issues with the freezer in particular, but we've always been able to kind of nurse it back into health and get it going. And it happened again, and it's just I'm just like, no, we're done. So we found a refrigerator that we liked, and we ordered it. But as we know, if you listen to the podcast Reconcilable Differences, what is the thing you have to do after buying a fridge, Drew?
Got to get rid of your old fridge.
Yeah, you have to prepare the way.
Oh, you have to. Yeah, to prepare the way.
We have
Yes.
to prepare the way. So my wife and I spent Saturday moving stuff around, clearing a nice path in the garage, even though they ended up not using the garage, and just generally moving stuff out of the way, emptying the old freezer, just to get it ready. And uh, somewhere along the lines of that week, I'm not exactly sure when, but I really messed up my shoulder,
Oh. Oh no.
and like it's at the point now where like something is swelling and pressing on a nerve, and it just fucking hurts all the
Ah.
time.
Are you gonna go to a doctor?
I think at this point I tried to. This afternoon was better, and I was like, I've turned a corner. And then this evening's like, haha, fuck you. Uh, so yeah, I think tomorrow maybe Paul going to a doctor day to get something to help with that. So, but the fridge is nice. So yeah,
Let's talk about that. What
okay.
kind of fridge did you have before?
I had an
All right.
LG
Well, there's your
something.
problem.
I mean, it was fine. It was fine. I mean, I think all fridges kind of suck now in general. But Uh, the fridge we had, it was fine, it was, a side by side, so freezer on the left, refrigerator on the right. Uh, and honestly, it was kinda too big for the area it was in. Like, the kinda spot we have is really, I think, optimally designed for, like, a counter depth fridge, which it's a little the new one's it's smaller than the old fridge, but it looks much nicer in the spot, and let's be honest, most of the time our fridge was empty anyway. So let me show you this. My lovely daughter helped me pick this out.
Okay.
And Samsung happened to be selling refrigerators on sale.
Oh. Oh. Oh no. Not
So look,
Samsung.
it's all right. It's okay. I've given up on hating Sam. I mean, I still hate Samsung, but
No. No.
yeah.
So,
Mm.
buddy, now I wish we would have recorded last week. Okay, so listen, I have learned the hard way that these cool looking Samsung and LG fridges just aren't very good. I had previously owned an LG fridge, and our we suffered from the curse of the ice maker freezing
Mm,
over and never working.
got it.
Um, we've had LG washers that didn't really hold up. So, look, I normally don't tell people to buy American, but listen, Maytag, Whirlpool, GE, like Bosch, like those brands, and look, I think under the covers, it's all the same stuff.
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know, man. I've really kind of soured on some of these. Although this is a nice looking fridge.
It looks so cool, Drew. And the thing is, like, so it's a bespoke Samsung bespoke 3-door French door. You talk to people, everybody has horror stories about every brand of fridge.
Fair.
100, all of them. I think they're all horrible. I think it's like dishwashers; they all suck now. Uh,
So
uh,
walk me through. Okay, so
but
walk me
so but
through
so
this one. What's some
so
good features here?
so so what the family is most excited about is the two types of ice that are made in the ice maker. Uh, so it has a cubed and it has like chipped ice.
Yep.
So you open the freezer up and you get two of those bad boys. The nice We go through a lot of ice because I don't know, my wife just loads up like multiple drinks per day with
And it's been really
just
hot.
yeah, just full of ice. I'm not an ice in my drink, my water kind of guy. Sometimes I want a cold glass of water, but I usually don't put ice in it. But the family is very excited about the big ice machine. Lots of ice. Uh, in
Does
the
it
two
have the
different types.
beverage center?
Yes, so the one I have has this little thing called the beverage center.
Okay.
So on the the left door, you can kind of like if you grab it in the right spot, because it's got no handles, which is a blessing and a curse.
Uh-huh.
Uh, it looks cool, but fingerprints. Uh,
Yep.
so you pop it open and you get this little thing called the beverage center. And what that is, it's got spots for you to put sody pops in it. It's got a water dispenser and it's also got a self-filling water pitcher. Uh and the gimmick behind that is it's got a little spot for you to put some fresh fruit in there. So you can have nice infused water just sitting in your fridge, nice and cold, ready to go. Uh I must say it's lovely. It's lovely.
It looks lovely. Um, what? God, I can't believe I'm going to ask you this question. What color did you get?
So we got just the regular old stainless steel because that was what was available to be delivered to us in
Uh-huh.
a timely fashion.
Yep.
Now some of the dates are a little bit better, but we didn't want the glass. They have some glass options. But the nice thing about it is with the bespoke series, if you decide I really want the dark stainless, or I want my fridge to be blue, or I want one of my doors to be blue, you can pay Samsung money and they'll send someone out and they'll replace the panels on your fridge.
Wow.
And then you go. So
What a time to be alive.
I know, what a country.
Um, what do you, what do you got in your beverage? What do you got in your beverage center right now?
What is in our beverage? That's an excellent question, Drew. There are some cans of soda. I believe right now, if I was going to list them all, there are some cans of A&W root beer. There is cans of sugar-free sun-kissed orange soda.
Hmm.
I do believe there is a couple cans of Faygo cotton candy soda, which is terrific, by the way. Terrific.
I see.
There
Is
are
that a holdover from when we ordered all that candy?
yes, yes. And
Okay.
I saw like a couple weeks after that, I saw our store started like carrying Faygo. It wasn't the same brand, but this is Faygo brand cans of cotton candy soda, and I've been buying it ever since. Me and my daughter love it. Uh, there is, of course, cans of Dr. Pepper strawberry vanilla
Of course.
or strawberry and cream, whatever it is, the one I like.
Mhm.
And there are some cans of LaCroix in there
Mhm.
because I like my bubble water. And that's it. That's it. And water. And
I
you know,
buddy, I'm happy for you. This looks like a really, really nice fridge.
Yeah,
I just,
you're right. I hope it lasts. I hope it lasts longer than my other one.
I'll tell
But
you this. I know your family is excited for their new dimensions of ice, but I would do what I could to stay away from using the chipped ice. I I feel
mm,
like if you stick with the cube, your
okay.
chances of that freezing over and you having to defrost it or potentially breaking the ice maker goes down.
Well, you get both all the time. It makes both all the time. So, meh, I don't know. We'll
Also,
s-
it's
mhm,
just making the
mhm.
cubed ice.
Yes.
It's
It,
not like grinding it up.
no, no. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
freezing it independently and then putting them into these little like bins, and it has a little scoop. So you can so instead of so this is another thing everyone likes. So like a lot of times, like my wife makes a hot beverage, and like this is a little too hot for me, and she wants one fridge or
Yeah.
one ice cube. So our old ice cube used to be the one where you have to like push the thing and it goes and then it spits out ice. But if you want one ice cube, it's going to spit out at least eight, and like four of those are going to go on the floor.
Yes.
This it's a little container of ice, and it's got a little scoop. So you want one ice cube, you just get one ice cube,
Mhm.
and then you put the scoop back, and you're done. The ice is just sitting there saying, "Use me how you want." There's no guesswork. You want exactly 5 ice cubes, you can get it.
Yeah, I'm looking through various like review sites right now. And it looks like I mean, US
It,
News and World Report has this at number 3. Maybe I could
yeah.
be I want to be wrong.
You tell someone you buy a fridge and you ask them what fridge you buy, and it's like oh dude, like I'm glad you got that. Like don't buy a GE, they're awful. Don't buy an LG, they're
Yeah.
awful. Or like I have this fridge and it's great. Like I really do think it's like dishwashers. I think they all just kind of suck now, and you kind of just have to deal with it. But uh uh
That looks
yeah,
man, that looks really
it
cool.
looks so good. You know, it's like the old fridge wasn't counter depth. This one is, so it like fits just perfectly in the spot for it. It's with the no handles. It's very just clean and modern looking. It's well organized on the inside. Uh, I mean, I hope this isn't going to be a dud, but there's is also like this thing where like, okay, we don't want like an ugly fridge. I don't want a goddamn Android tablet on my fridge either.
I saw
Yeah.
one of the options was like Family
Yes.
Hub.
Yes. Yeah. And like there's also like, wow, that fridge. So there was a lot of other fridges that I liked that were just too big for like just too big, too like 2 inches too big to fit in my spot. That title.
Yep. Yep.
Uh
Already way ahead of you.
or like, hey, that's a really good looking fridge. I can get it in October. Uh, so there was this very kind of like, okay, I want a nice looking fridge that fits and will be here within a few days. And that really kind of narrowed down the options to just a few. And then my daughter helped me, and this is the one we decided on.
Yeah, we're actually it's funny. Maybe to close out our fridge discussion, like
Mhm.
we bought a chest freezer about a year ago for our garage,
Actually, I'm
and
pretty sure it was moving a chest freezer to the curb that hurt my shoulder.
okay, weird. Ours is not very big.
Hmm.
And like we use it, especially closer to holidays when we're hosting, and like Mandy wants to
Yeah.
stock it up for like Thanksgiving and stuff. But most of the time, we're not using it very much. Um, and what we have found is that we would much rather have like a cheap side by side fridge in our garage.
Oh,
So we could
yeah.
have a freezer and a
Yeah.
fridge for like pop and
Mhm.
like other
It's
stuff to
yeah,
kind of keep in
it's very
there.
common, yeah, to have a yeah,
So
have a
we're actually I'm actually in
yeah.
the process of like defrosting that and cleaning it out right now. And I think we're gonna sell it and then we're gonna just replace it with like a really, really cheap fridge.
Yeah.
I mean, God, I'm looking right now because I haven't really looked. I'm just generally curious like what a very, very, very basic uh very, very basic like fridge runs. What do you think? Like what do you think?
I mean, you might be able to get, like, a bare bones, like, white, like, you know, traditional, like if a kid draws a fridge, this is what a fridge look like.
Right. Canonical fridge.
Maybe for $900, maybe.
You know, I'm looking at Home Depot right now, and the cheapest fridge they have is like you could pick the price ranges, and I picked
Uh-huh.
from $900 to $1,000, and
Okay.
they're both Samsung.
Mhm.
Um, it wait, is it Samsung? Oh no, higher. It
Oh,
looks like the Samsung. I don't even know what
uh,
this
I
brand
I
is.
I believe there's a lot of I think there's like 4 refrigerator factories in the world, and they're just everyone's producing it for everybody, but yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
In the $1,000 to $2,000 range, there's others, but like I don't need a stainless steel for my garage. Like
No,
I just don't.
no.
I don't need that. Refrigerators. Like, what other choices do I even have? Freezerless refrigerators, mini fridges.
Okay, so here's a small hot point. I mean, I see some like 700, 650, $700 options.
Are you what kind of refrigerator though?
Oh, you do you want a side by side?
I don't know. Like, I'm
Uh,
just curious. Like
oh, so
top
yeah,
freezer.
this is just a top, yeah, a canonical fridge, top freezer. Here's a Frigidaire. Here's hold on. There's hot link coming. Hold on, hot link coming in.
Hot links coming in your neighborhood.
There you go. There you go.
Wow. 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 Some of these are. Oof.
Oh yeah, I mean it's ugly.
Yeah. What is this? What is this fridge? Looks like I'm gonna be in for at least $1,000 to get a decent
Probably.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, god damn it, inflation. I thought for sure I'd be able to get one for less than $1,000. I mean, there's a GE in here. There's an LG that's $1,200 that looks, I don't know. It's a top and bottom. Um, I don't know. Like maybe this
Mm.
works.
Okay, so one last fridge story before I wrap everything up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I ordered it through Samsung because whatever, because Home Depot the delivery dates were later out. So I'm like, I'll just fine. I'll give it to Samsung. It's the same price. Whoever they hire to deliver it, it's great. So honestly, like the email experience and the text message was great. Like, hey, it's you know it's left where it's at. It's gonna go to the shipper, and then like finally, it's like, hey, it's gonna come between 8 and noon tomorrow. We will give you a phone call
Mm.
30 minutes before they arrive. So I woke up in the morning. I go to the, you know, gas station slash convenience store slash pizza place,
Uh-huh.
and I bought a bag of ice, and I put the ice in the cooler. I'm like, great. They're gonna call me 30 minutes before. I'm gonna have some time to very calmly take the last few remaining things out of the fridge, like some eggs and some milk, and
Yep.
put it in the cooler. And then it's gonna be a nice, relaxing, you know, installation. Nope. Knock, knock,
Okay.
knock. Fridge is here.
Oh, okay.
No call, no text, no nothing. Just boom, 8 o'clock. Fridge is here.
Wow.
So then I'm frantically trying to take the last few remaining things out of the fridge and put it in there. And then they're like, nope, that door's too small. We're going to go in the front door. We're taking the front door off. And which is fine, but it's just, oh. And then they didn't measure. They're just like, hey, we got to take the old fridge out. It's going to go out the front door. And they get into the hallway in the front door and they realize it's too big. So they have to put it down in the hallway and then didn't have the right tools. So like we want to so like hey like sir we want to take the handles off the fridge. Do you have any Allen wrenches?
Okay.
I'm like, you know what? Yes, I do have Allen wrenches. Give me 1 minute. So I go to the kitchen. We have a little spot where we keep a bunch of Allen wrenches for some reason. We generally have a small selection of the most common tools needed. A small little hammer, refrigerator, a pair of pliers. We have some Allen wrenches in the fridge, so it's easy. Not the fridge, the kitchen, so it's easy to get to. So like here's 12 different Allen wrenches. And he's like, nope, none of these will work. I'm like, okay, like, do you need something smaller? He's like, yeah, I need something smaller. So I'm gonna go back and I look and I like, okay, I've got like two more Allen wrenches. What about those? And he's like, nope. So I go and I take a look. I'm like, well, let me look at this thing. What are we dealing with here? He didn't need an Allen wrench. He needed a star bit.
Oh.
He
Okay.
was literally asking for the wrong thing. So I see that. I'm like, I fix it toolkit to the rescue.
Yep. God, I love mine. Mine is
I,
so good.
I love mine as well. Uh, yeah, it was like, here's this whole thing. One of these will work. It has never failed me to have the bit that I need ever. And it came through. It had exactly what he needed. He got the handles right off and they took it out of my house. Oh.
Wow. Wow. Man, what a day, huh?
Yeah, that was Monday. That was Monday. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but everything's good now, right?
Yes, everything's good now. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
I mean, that's exciting. A new appliance is
Mhm.
exciting.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. Okay. I was not expecting that, but good for you. We're gonna
I
pin
might
this
move.
topic
I
because
might move
I'm
that
in the
one to next
process
episode.
of
Yeah.
ordering something that I will also have to have delivered.
Okay. Okay. What are you ordering?
Well, when and if I get this, I want to
Okay.
save
Okay.
my delivery story because I feel like it's going to be a pretty in-depth
Okay.
story like yours.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I'm in the process of arranging it. It's not a
Okay.
set in stone thing yet. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So it is officially back to school season.
It is.
Yep.
My daughter's first day was yesterday. My son's first day was today. Uh,
Wait, they start at different times?
so at the high school, they do this thing where the first day is freshmen only.
Oh, like welcome to the jungle. Yeah.
Exactly. Like let's get your bearings and you can figure out where your locker is before it's an absolute zoo. Yeah. Mhm.
How many kids in the high school?
I have no idea. At
Well,
least
I mean, I'm
4.
just asking because, like, I'm just
I
trying to
don't-
put it in perspective, right? Because, like, Dublin has 3 high schools, and they all have like hundreds of kids, right?
Yeah,
I'm just trying to get a frame of reference.
There are hundreds of kids, but there is only one high school in Taze
Okay.
Valley. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
Zach is a junior, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Arabelle is 8th grade.
8th grade. You got it.
Yeah. Wow.
You got it. Mhm.
Yeah. Nailed it.
And
So-
the first football game is tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. It is that season.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. Band is back. Band is in full swing.
Band is
In
in full
fact-
swing.
In fact, I was supposed to be at a band event right before this podcast, but it got delayed. It was basically like, "Hey, here's a preview of the show. We're gonna do the opener for all the parents."
But it's raining.
But it rained. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we didn't get to do it. So
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's exciting. So you're going to go to the game then?
I don't think so. It's an away game. It's in Lancaster and it's very far away.
That's quite a hike.
And to be honest, like for optimal like lack of shoulder pain, I kind of have to like be leaning on something.
Mm.
And bleachers wouldn't be good for it. Now my wife is going to go because she's a masochist and goes to everything. But my daughter and I are agreeing to stay home. So
Okay.
yeah, probably order some use the old Grubhub app, summon some food, and yeah.
What is quick diversion? Like what is your daughter's and yours go to in these types of situations?
My daughter loves McDonald's.
Okay. That's a perfectly fine choice.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You're
It's fine.
more of a Wendy's guy?
I mean, if I'm going to order Grubhub, I may order from like a Grove City restaurant. I may,
Oh.
like I do like Chipotle when it's brought to me. Because sometimes you just want that, and there's a Chipotle in Grove City. There's no better burrito place in Grove City because it's Grove City. Sometimes you want some Chinese food. That always
Is there no
works.
good Mexican restaurants down that way?
There is. There's some of the chains and stuff are down here, but sometimes you just want a burrito bowl. Sometimes, Drew.
Look, no shade that lemonade pal. I mean, I order way too much Chipotle, so I'm not trying to dissuade you from Chipotle. I mean, by all means, but I don't know. I just find it weird that there's not a good like little local hole in the wall Mexican place.
Yeah, I wish there was.
Because
something
El Vaquero's is terrible.
better.
I said it.
Yeah.
El Vaquero's is not good, and there's
Oh,
like 4 of them within throwing distance of my house.
yeah. What do we have for Mexican places around here?
Because I bet you could get a bomb ass burrito from one of those.
there's a
Condado would be well. I mean, that's not burritos,
it's not
but
burrito. Sometimes you want a burrito, and
I
that's it.
know.
Like there's Chipotle. Ooh, El Ranchito Taqueria. Taqueria.
Almost.
Yeah, that's all. I'm not gonna try again. I don't think I've had that. I don't know. Brown Road.
Take a gander.
Maybe I'll try that sometime. But yeah, there's Taco Nice. That's got to be a ghost restaurant, right?
Taco what?
Taco Nice.
Taco Nice. Ghost.
gotta be-
What is a ghost? Is it a restaurant for ghosts?
So you don't know what a ghost restaurant? Are you not familiar with this ghost restaurant concept?
No.
Okay, so let's say I'm just going to use an example here. Let's say that you're O'Charlie's for some stupid reason, and you're looking at your bottom line. It's just not very good, and there's just not a lot of people. Like, not getting a lot of Grubhub orders, not getting a lot of people. So you come up with an idea. I'm going to invent a restaurant. I want to sell chicken wings. I'm O'Charlie's. But O'Charlie's doesn't sell chicken wings. No, they sell shitty hamburgers and stuff. So you create a ghost restaurant that sells chicken wings, and spoiler alert, it's just the O'Charlie's It's just the O'Charlie's kitchen.
Oh, so like the restaurant's calling from inside the house?
Yeah. So they make up a restaurant, and and then they start doing stuff, and like it doesn't exist. You can't walk into this mythical
but wait a minute.
chicken restaurant.
Okay. My
But
mind is a little bit blown here. First of all, I have never heard of this.
Okay.
So my question is this: at Paul's O'Charlie's, that also is I guess a Wingstop now.
Mhm.
Can I walk into the O'Charlie's?
No.
But you're never
No.
gonna know what's going on
No,
in there. So
no,
it's like a
no.
front.
It's only for like DoorDash, Grubhub, things like that. Yeah.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is this common?
Oh, very, very common. Yes. But basically, almost all the major chains now have a ghost restaurant as well. Here, I'm dropping an article.
I have never heard of this.
Oh yeah. And so basically, like if you open up like your DoorDash or whatever app you use and start scrolling, and you might see a restaurant like I've never heard of that restaurant. That's a ghost restaurant.
Okay. All right. Hold on. So, okay. Real time follow up. DoorDash.com. Restaurants near me. How do I do that? Do I have to use the app?
Probably.
Okay, fine. Grubhub. I know Grubhub, the website works. Okay, enter address. So here's my zip code. Search nearby. Okay. Chipotle, Clove Indian Bistro, Noodles and Company. These are all things.
Okay.
Jet's Pizza. Oh, man. Ridiculous Eats.
Okay. Have you ever seen a Ridiculous Eats anywhere?
No.
That is probably a ghost restaurant.
Well, it's on Henderson Road, which I don't go down that way, so I'm gonna throw that one out.
Okay.
Ridiculous Eats. Opa Greek, that's by the strip club. Ming Flower is a real place. Swenson's is definitely real. Pita Hut.
Let's see. Columbus Ghost Restaurants. What's a
Pita Hut?
Pita Hut? Okay.
North High Street. Again, I can't validate that. There's O'Charlie's. Arby's. These all okay. I know where Nasty's is. Luna is a real place. Buca de Beppo exists still.
Okay, so an example they give. I ended up on Reddit. Apparently, there's a place called Thrilled Cheese that is actually IHOP.
What? I can't think of two restaurants that don't go together.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Cluck Norris is Rusty Bucket. It's Just Wings is actually Chili's.
Oh my God. But they're making it in the same kitchen where Bad Chili's food is made.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
But like, are we talking about people who actually know how to make this food? Are there different chefs? Is it all the same staff?
I think it's all the same staff.
So it's all the same ingredients?
Yeah.
That's cheating. I want different staff. I want trained
but that's not
professionals
how it
with different ingredients.
This is capitalism trying to string.
That's false advertising.
Every last dime
I'm feeling litigious. This doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I didn't know this was a thing. I feel really dumb now.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Anyway, okay.
Mhm.
So first day of school, Zach is the junior.
Mhm.
Arabelle is like king of the middle school.
Yep, 8th grade,
Um,
king of the middle school, queen.
well,
Yeah.
uh, royalty.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these aren't necessarily milestone years,
No, no.
but
It
they're
just
important.
yeah, I mean, mostly it's just like summer is nice because like I can like if I wanted to, I could honestly I could push it and set my alarm for like
Oh no,
8:30.
that's right. You got to take kids to school.
Wake up, eat a little something, put a clean shirt on, bam, I'm at work.
I
Now I
mean,
gotta
I do,
wake
I
up
do all of those things
early.
except the clean shirt, but
I gotta wake up early now, and there's lunch packing, and there's driving to school, and
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Mandy just started her 20th year of teaching.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make the Brent Ozar joke because he makes it every year when she posts. She's really gonna
Mhm.
graduate this year.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. So you're doing the packing lunch thing. You're dropping them off now. Is your wife still teaching
yeah.
remotely?
No, she's back at she's
Oh.
yeah, she only did 1 year remote, then she went back. But she usually she's this is her 23rd year, I believe she said.
Okay.
Uh and or 25th, 20 I don't know, a lot. It's a lot. Uh
It's a bunch.
yeah. Uh Usually what she's always done is she has taught inclusion classrooms with regular ed kids and kids with like IEPs and
Yep.
behavioral disorders and things like that. Well, she's been working to get her basically oh, what do they call it now? Enrichment.
Hmm.
I guess when we were at school they may have called them gifted. They
Oh,
don't
I
use
still
that
think
word anymore.
oh,
Yeah.
they don't. I thought they
No.
still did.
No. So she got her endorsement for that, and she finally got a job doing that. Uh, so she's excited about that. So it's gonna be new for her. It's gonna have different it's gonna be a whole different experience teaching these kids versus the kids she taught before. And I believe, if I remember correctly, her teaching partner is a very nice Jewish man named Ben,
Hmm.
who I believe wasn't born when my wife started teaching. So,
Oh.
but she likes him. He's very nice. In my head, he's Benifer because that's just to me that's funny. Uh,
Yep.
and she's actually excited about the school year. She had open house today. She had a kid give her a hug. She's very excited, which is very unusual in the Baylor household. Usually, the school year is a time of beginning of school is dread. Uh, though
Yeah. Actual work sucks.
I guess the air conditioner in the building is broken, and not it's broken in the way where it won't stop running. Uh,
Oh. Okay.
so
Bank
apparently,
air in your favor, right?
yeah,
Like.
well, apparently
Yeah.
it's very cold in there now. So yeah,
Okay.
Mm. But yeah,
Okay.
school year.
Well, I hope
Yeah,
you get your shoulder fixed so you can go watch Zach.
me too. Yeah,
But hanging out with Arabelle sounds kind of fun.
I'm looking forward to that.
Will you guys actually do something together, or is it going to be like you're going to listen to records and she's going to go play on the
So
computer?
usually, what we've been doing now, because we've been spending a lot of time just by ourselves recently, because Zach's had band camp, and he's going out and hanging out with his friends and stuff. So a
Hmm.
lot of times it's just Arabelle and I, and we are slowly making our way through, well, at least the good seasons of The Simpsons.
Okay.
So we kind of just binge The Simpsons. Yeah, then
God,
we
I feel like any teenager who spends time watching The Simpsons will have such a higher bar for humor than everybody else.
I think we're in the 6th season, and that season's a little rough. It's got some good stuff, but it's also got a lot of like garbo. And I told her, like, at some
Right.
point this is gonna stop being funny, and you're gonna want to stop watching it. And
Yeah, but
uh,
I feel
that
like
that's
that's like
but that's
season.
that's what everybody did, and yet they're still making more.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
I feel like I don't know when do you think it fell off? 13, 14.
I mean, 12, 11.
Yeah, but there are some absolute bangers
Yeah,
right
like,
before that though.
yeah, like I told like I think like 6 and 7 are rough, but there's always like some just absolute gems of
Yes.
episodes in them that you kind
Yep.
of just have to get through. And season 6 ends with the Who Shot Mr. Burns.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was appointment television for me.
It was
Yeah.
absolutely. Yep.
Oh god. Okay. Well, good. I hope you guys continue to do that. That sounds
Yeah.
really fun. I'm currently working my way through rewatching The Wire. We Mandy started watching What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay. Did you
She's
like
into
it?
it. She's into it.
It's a
She
good
started
show.
watching it. She started watching it without me, so I got to go back
Okay.
and rewatch it.
Okay.
But there have been times where like right before she went back to school and she was like staying up later watching TV, I would be in the bedroom playing on the Steam Deck and she would have it on, and I got a few chuckles out of it. I could see myself getting into that.
On a whim, I decided like last weekend, I decided that I was going to rewatch Chernobyl,
Yeah.
and I watched all the episodes in like 1.5 days.
Yeah. It's only 6 episodes. They're about an hour long, or hour, an hour and a half.
Oh, that show's so good.
It's so fucking good. Episode 5 still a rough watch though.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna say why because I want other people to watch it. Other people in this house need to watch it, and I don't want to say why.
Yeah. It's a rough episode. Yeah.
Yeah. For a whole bunch of reasons.
Mhm.
Yeah. But that all really happened.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was funny because like I was watching the last episode, and I decided to watch it just on my living room because everyone was kind of just around. Like everyone, no one else was like everyone was upstairs or gone. So I was watching it, and of course that's no spoilers, but it's the courtroom scene where they're
Yep.
and my wife came down. Like, what are you watching? I'm like, Chernobyl, and like this is the last episode. And then my daughter came down. So like every few minutes, like they would say something, and like my daughter or my wife would look confused, and I'd pause and go, okay, okay. Let me tell you, like this is how it exploded, and he's
Yep.
explaining all of that. But like what you don't realize is like, yeah, they had to throw a lot of graphite back into the reactor hole, and the robot didn't work.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they got 3,200 men,
Yep.
90 seconds each.
Yep. Yep. Throw men at the problem, the old Soviet
Mhm.
way.
Yep. Yeah.
Man, what a great show.
It was a good show. Yeah, it's done so well. Done so well. Oh,
Yep.
Great
Yep.
acting, great writing. And then watching that made me want to watch The Last of Us again because the guy who did Chernobyl is one of the showrunners for The Last of Us. So I'm rewatching that again. Good, so much good television, Drew.
A lot of good all the great shows.
Mm-hmm. All right, you bought something, and I want to talk. Now that we're 38 minutes into this, I want to talk about this.
All right. As a homeowner, I want a pressure washer so that I can keep things clean. I have been wanting a pressure washer. I mean, even before we moved, we had some neighbors that had some pressure washers, and like I had used pressure washers before. My parents had a gas powered one, but in the past few years, electric pressure washers have gotten pretty darn good, and you aren't going to get the same levels of pressure from an electric pressure washer as you can from a gas powered one. But for most home applications, these electric ones now are pretty darn good. So my use cases are as follows. I want to be able to clean my deck, which is made of composite decking. I want to be able to clean my sidewalk and my driveway because they need cleaned, even though we are going to replace the driveway at some point. Like it's, it just needs pressure washed. Concrete needs pressure washing. And now that I have a new car, I took it upon myself to really up my car washing game.
Okay.
And the pressure washer was sort of the first step. So let's talk about the pressure washer I bought first and why I bought this one. Not really any surprise here. I'm a big fan of the brand Still. I have lots of Still stuff, and I bought the Still RE110 Plus electric pressure washer. It's very good. It's very, very good. However, unlike other pressure washers, the wand is proprietary. In other words, you
Mm,
have to use still attachments for it to work correctly.
okay.
But that's not necessarily a big deal. It comes with 2 attachments. It comes with um, like a rotating head, so, like, it does, like, the swirly so you can get, like, some really, like, deep cleaning on stuff, and then it's got a traditional, like, pressure nozzle that goes on the end of the wand. The hose is really nice. It's got a super long extension cord. Um, and it was even though it is still, it's pretty it's pretty price comparable to a lot of other things. And I love it. So, I bought it, tried it out, worked great. But then I decided to buy some accessories. So I found out the hard way that the nozzle and attachments are proprietary, because I wanted to buy a foam cannon to wash my car. Now,
Mm,
helpfully, still makes a foam nozzle.
okay.
So I bought some
Now,
foaming shampoo.
now, how does that work? Do you put the where do you put the shampoo in that? Is like does it go into the nozzle?
Yeah, so I just put
Okay.
a link. I just put a
Okay.
link to the model
Okay.
in there, and
Okay.
essentially what it is it hooks on to the end of your lance,
Oh, okay. I see. I see. Yes.
and what you do is you fill it with water first,
Okay.
and you then need to buy a good foam, like built for pressure washer foam.
Okay.
Um, oops, that's not what I wanted to go to. Adams. First of all, if you haven't been to Adams Polishes before,
I never have. No,
I mean, if you have any interest at all at washing your car,
I don't.
um,
But okay.
yeah.
I mean,
Um,
I do, but I just go through a automated car wash
I have
machine.
to be with my soft top. I was told I have to be careful about car washes now.
I could see
So
that. Yeah.
yeah, but like I bought some of this. It's called Adams Mega Foam. Um,
That's kind of punny.
yeah. So it is a super concentrated foaming shampoo. So like what you do is you basically put some water in the bottle, and then you spray a little bit of this foam in there, and then you screw it together, and there's a few adjustments and few levers and knobs on the foaming nozzle. So after you connect it to the pressure washer, the act of forcing that high pressure through the bottle with the foam agitates it, and then when it comes out of the foam nozzle, it's literally just like nice and airy foam that kind of covers your car. And it's nice because you sort of like wet your car down, and then you hose it off with this foam, and you sort of let the foam sit on it a little bit to kind of like let it you know degrease and let it work, kind of work its magic on your car, and then you just kind of hose it off. Depending on your type of foam, a lot of times you never even have to like scrub your car, unless your car's
Mm.
like super filthy. Or in my case, like I have a lot of brake dust on my wheels, so like I have to get in there and like scrub it and everything. But regardless, it's super, super great for very, very quickly applying soap to your car. And I don't know if you can sort of tell by looking at the picture of the foam nozzle, like there's like 3 places that there's an adjustment on the nozzle. The first one is like the top, which controls the amount of liquid or foam is mixed into your water stream.
Okay.
And then there's an inner, like, how cameras have like multiple
Mm-hmm.
like things that adjust. There's like an
Mm-hmm.
inner one that controls whether you want a horizontal or vertical stream of foam. And
Okay.
then the final one is you can make the stream narrower or wider. So it makes it really easy to sort of get like the shape that you're going for. So like if you're washing your hood, you can like flip it 90 degrees just by twisting. So like you just kind of go up and down on your hood. And then if you're doing it with the side of your car, you can like flip it the other way and it goes like the other way. It's absolutely wonderful, and it works super, super great. And I have used the pressure washer to clean part of my driveway. It does great. Um yeah, I mean, if you're looking for an electric pressure washer, this one's really, really good. I know that it's not like the highest rated one. Like people really like the Sunjoe ones that I think are sold by I think Home Depot are the ones that people use the most or it gets pretty highly reviewed. But yeah, it's really, really good. It's really, really good. And I would say that I would definitely buy it again. And you can also buy a ton of other attachments. So like I'm looking at getting the rotary surface cleaner, which will make cleaning my deck a little bit easier. There's also a vehicle cleaning kit that adds some nozzles and like a brush and stuff like that. But yeah,
Hmm, okay.
it's really good. Do you have a pressure washer?
I do not, but I do want I want one. I want one. I've used one in the past with the old house, because you borrow one and you clean it, and you're like, oh my god, this is really fun. Like, like
It is
I'm
fun.
I'm spraying the water and I'm watching the dirt go off. Like, they're fun. They're fun.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing though. Like there is a clear line between electric pressure washers and gas pressure washers. Like this one is just powerful enough to like clean the concrete. Now, it's probably not strong enough to clean like a brick or like,
Yeah.
like any like surface exterior stuff on your house or like really tough masonry. I think like the driveway is probably about the limit. I mean, my deck, since it's composite, probably will be fine. And then for washing cars and stuff, it works really well too. But like if you have like super heavy duty, like you need to clean like your brick or your masonry or like I don't know, farm equipment or something, like you probably want a gas powered one. And like the thing you got to be careful of is like if you're going to wash your car with a pressure washer, you have to be very, very careful about pressure because, like, you'll strip your clear coat off, right? So, like, you don't want something too
Yeah.
powerful for those kind of applications. So, like, I think for everyday home use, like, this is probably one of the more powerful ones that's electric. But I mean, gas ones are always going to be more powerful, but there's also more maintenance, right? I mean, first of all, you have to fuel them, you have to check oil.
Mhm.
Like, there's a lot more that goes into keeping those kind of running versus the electric, which is just, at the end of the day, like the electric pump to just kind of push things through.
Right, right,
And like
right.
this model is nice because like it's got like a nicer it's got like a nicer pressure hose, it's got a hose reel, uh, you know, it's got like organization for everything that you can sort of keep in the device itself. So I'm pretty happy with it. Now, again, one of the reasons I did this was to sort of up my car washing game. So like I bought some mega foam and like I bought some other stuff. Yeah, Adams has really, really good stuff. Let me see here. What else did I buy from them? Let's see here. Washing, let's see, accessories, like yeah, like I
Oh,
bought
they have something for everything.
they do. They do. And like you can get as crazy as you want. I'm a big fan of this website. A former coworker turned me onto this site and like they have everything you need, like just from regular people who want to wash cars, but they also specialize in selling stuff to like people who want to detail their cars. So they got stuff for cleaning the interior. If you want to polish, if you want to get into ceramic coating, like, there's even stuff you can buy for your garage to make it a little bit easier, right? Like there's all sorts of stuff going on.
You get hand soap.
Yeah, even hand soap, even for you, even for your dirty hands, you can have that. Um, yeah,
Ooh, and
I bought
stickers.
Yeah, they give you free stickers whenever you buy stuff.
Nice.
I will say this: one of the best products they sell, is for like like their glass cleaner is very very good. Like I've always struggled to clean my car's windows because I just feel like no matter what you use, you're always going to leave streaks. Adam's glass cleaner just fucking works. Like and a little bit goes a long way. So like you kind of just spray a little like a little tiny mist across your window. Get a microfiber towel and just kind of go back and forth a few times. I promise you won't have streaks
Hmm.
and haze. Yeah. It's very very good. It looks like Ecto Cooler. Um but yeah, like their glass cleaner is just phenomenal. I have bought several bottles of that. So, and like, I've kind of used it on windows in my house too. I don't know if you're supposed to, but like, there's been a few windows that I've cleaned
Oh
with
yeah,
it too.
that shit is green.
It's very, very green. What else do they sell that's really good? I haven't done anything with polishing with them yet. Their microfiber towels and their drying towels are also like really, really good. And then I just ordered again because my new car makes a ton of brake dust. Um, I ordered some I ordered like a tire cleaning kit. So let's see if they have the one that I ordered. Yeah, I ordered this kit right here. Let me put it in the link in the show notes. So it came with like a bunch of brushes and then some tire and wheel cleaner that is
Oh,
designed
that's
to like,
intense.
yeah,
That's
it's
intense.
it is really intense. But yeah, bought the pressure washer. It's good. Yeah, I don't know, man. If you ever need to borrow it or you want to try it, let me know. But it's really, really,
Oh,
really cool stuff.
okay. So, question.
Uh huh.
I don't. I'm not looking at the description. I'm not looking at the pictures. This wheel and tire cleaning kit comes with not one, not two, but three different brushes or brush-like things.
Mm-hmm.
Explain.
All right. So when you're cleaning your tires,
Okay.
there's basically two things you have to be careful of. Number one, like brake dust and corrosion can stain your wheels. Like I think every car that is sold today doesn't have hubcaps or steel wheels anymore. A lot of them have some sort of alloy wheel. Some of them are painted, some of them are powder coated, some of them are just, steel or not like aluminum or whatever, right? So when you're cleaning your wheels, there's basically three areas you need to clean. Number one, you have to get in between the spokes of your rims. And like that's really a huge pain in the ass because like if you have a car that has like decorative, wheels, like there's lots of little nooks and crannies that you have to clean. And
Okay.
not only that, the goal is to try to get past those spokes and into the barrel of your wheel. So the first brush on here is like this angled brush that almost looks like a boom mic.
Yeah. Kind of
Okay.
combination of a boom mic and paint roller.
Yeah. And like that is used for um kind of like getting past and through the different spokes of your wheels and into the barrel of
Okay.
your wheel. So you kind of like you wet that down, you get some soap on it, and you kind of like go to town, like kind of like shoving that in and out of the nooks. Okay. Then you have a uh, rubberized wheel brush, and the rubberized wheel brush, I believe it is the second picture there
Okay.
where it has like the black and red
Red
kind of
bristles.
bristles.
Mm-hmm.
And that is for scrubbing your wheel, not your tire, your wheel. So
Okay.
getting caked on brake dust off, getting like grime or road dirt off of there, and like really helping you sort of scrub the exterior and knock all that stuff off of there. So like the combination of those two brushes are going to get like your wheels like really, really clean. And then the last one they give you is a tire brush. So keeping your tires kind of nice because listen, I mean, tires are what like makes contact with the road and the road is gross and like the road like will beat up your tires a little bit. So if you really want to make your tires look good, cleaning your tires is like a multi-step process. Like first you have to like spray them down, get them wet. And they make special tire cleaner, right? This particular kit that I bought has like an all-in-one that is designed to like clean your wheels and your tires. But a lot of times you will use separate formulas on this. So you sort of spray it on your tires, and then you take that brush and you sort of use it to scrub the outside of your tire. So that will like just kind of clean whatever is on the rubber off because it's a different material, right? So you have a different type of brush to keep it clean. And then you hose everything off. And then if you want to, you can then go over the top of that with like a tire shine or like something that makes your tires kind of look a little more shiny and everything. But that stuff's usually like super, super gross and hard to work with. And like you don't want to get it on like the rest of your wheel. So they have like a special applicator for that. But yeah, that's what all these different brushes do.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
A world I've never been aware of.
Yep. And like again, I got turned on to this, several cars ago. But I never had one of these barrel like angled wheel brushes, so I'm gonna like that's coming this Saturday. So I'm really excited to try that whenever again I have to be very like my new car because it is more of a sports car and it has like really big brakes on it, like just generates a shitload of brake dust, and I want to be like really good about keeping that stuff clean. So like this plus like the extra pressure from the pressure washer help kind of blast that shit out of there. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
Cool.
Having fun. And
Cool.
as long as it doesn't rain too much this weekend, I will probably finish pressure washing the rest of the driveway.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. All right. Man, where does the time go in this stupid podcast?
I don't know. It's gone.
Yeah. All right. Last thing to talk about. I won an award.
What did you win an award for, Drew?
All right. So I just posted this on social media. I found out about this a couple days ago. What started as I got a weird Slack message from my boss. He's like, "Hey, I need your home address,"
Oh,
and I
okay.
was like, "Uh, don't you have access to that?" Like,
Yeah, I was like, can't you ask HR for that?
yeah. And he's like, I probably could, but he goes, trust me, I just need your home address. And I was like, okay. Uh, he goes like, and then I was like, why? He's like, I can't tell you, which is just you love to hear that from your boss, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to sign it and ship it back. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, you're gonna get a package. I really can't tell you what it is because it's supposed to be a surprise. Which okay.
Okay.
He's like, just hold on to it. We're gonna have an all hands meeting next Wednesday. Open it then.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, sure. So like the package came and I opened it because I'm not gonna like sit there and wonder what this thing is. But I opened it and I realized it was like an award.
Mm.
So I opened it, look at it, and put it back in the box because I wanted to like. I think they wanted me to open it like during the
Yeah.
meeting.
They want to see your
Um,
reaction. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's not what happened. But
Okay.
anyway, so the award was a field engineering team player award for exemplary effort, productivity, and teamwork in our particular organization for
Aw.
second quarter. So, ever since I came on board at the company I work at now, I've been able to lean in on a lot of like platform and infrastructure type stuff and helping customers like get their environment set up and everything in different cloud environments. And like, nobody knows everything about a particular thing. And like, I would say that there's definitely areas of like my job and the software that I work with that I have to get better at. Like, I'm not like a big machine learning guy. I mean, I'm trying to get better at that because that's obviously a big part of like what we do.
Right. Right.
Um, but there's lots of other areas where we don't have a lot of people who know how like Azure security works or like how private networking works. So like I've been sort of pulled into a lot of projects and a lot of things to sort of like lend my expertise on stuff. And I guess some people got together and nominated me for this
Oh.
because like I've only been there 4 months
Mm.
and getting recognized for this is super cool. Was super not expecting it, but I just want to say that it's been good. Like,
Nice.
changing jobs is hard and like like there's days like some days that I had this week where it's like, what the fuck am I doing?
Right.
Um, but I think we all get that way. But yeah, I won this award. I posted it to all sorts of social media. So if you want to see what a picture of what it looks like, then it's out there. But yeah, so I don't think anybody I work with listens to this, but on the off chance they do, it was super nice to be recognized for that. And it's just cool that they do that kind of stuff on a quarterly
Yeah, that's
basis.
nice. That's cool. Congratulations, Drew.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
You sure we don't have time for that other topic?
No, no, we
Oh,
don't. We don't. We don't.
okay.
We don't.
Okay.
We don't.
Oh,
It's fine. It's we
okay.
will leave it till next week.
Okay. I'm excited
sit,
for
it
that.
can sit and it can simmer.
Okay. I
Uh
want it. I want that.
okay.
I want that. All right. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, doingtheirbest.com. You can find all kinds of shit there. I'm actually gonna work after this weekend, I think, and redo all the social links because fuck Twitter. Uh and,
Yeah.
and like now it's more complicated because now the Twitter's gone, people are everywhere. It's like you just don't have you have like 4 things now. It's more complicated. Uh
People are everywhere.
yeah, yeah. uh, that's what they're known for.
Hmm.
Hey, thanks for listening, everybody.